you know.
Now, can you talk a little bit about the writer's room and what it's like to be in that writer's room for people who have never been in a writer's room?
Well, I've been in both. I've been in two kinds. There's really only two kinds of writers' rooms. Well, there's lots of different kinds of writers' rooms. There's writers' rooms that work and writers' rooms that don't work. There's where, the shows that I've run, the shows that I've been in charge of the writers' room, I take great pride in when I'm running a room, it's running on all cylinders. And you have 5 or 6 writers in a room, and usually a writer's assistant taking notes. You're using cards or whiteboards and you're breaking story. Your job is to sit as a group and break story. And to me, the key is, first of all, everybody has to feel safe. They have to feel like they're not going to be ridiculed if they come up with something silly. One thing that I really like, Ron Moore brought this to our room in Carnival, and according to him, it's an old Gene Roddenberry trick. Is a thing called a stupid stick. And you designate something. It can be anything. It can just be an object. And if you pick this thing up and you hold it and pitch something, nobody can make fun of you. It's got supernatural powers.
That's awesome.
So, and often it's the stupid stick pitch that really breaks the dam. Like, usually the reaction is, you shouldn't have picked up the stupid stick. That's actually really smart. Or it'll be, yeah, that's stupid, but, if you did that, which gets it just breaks a log jam. And I mean, really the key to me of successfully running a room, and I think I love analogies, but the best analogy I've found for a writer's room is, you're drawing juice, you're drawing story out of the ether as a writer. It's bubbling up through your story well. It's being informed by your own experiences. It's being filtered by your own experiences and interpreted by your own experiences. But that story comes from somewhere else. I truly believe, the more I do this, that writers and artists of all stripe, are the only people on earth that are actually in daily in daily communication with supernatural. I mean, it's something else. I can't tell you how many times I've written something and gone, where the fuck did that come from?
Oh, yeah.
Holy shit. Like, that didn't come out of me, And it's nothing I've ever seen, and it's nothing I've ever experienced, for God's sake. And it's coming from somewhere else. And so you're basically a light bulb, and there's a power station down the street. I look at it as, to keep the power station thing going, is like you're driving through the desert here in California, and there's, you're out towards Nevada, and there's these solar collectors. And it's, hundreds of mirrors on the desert floor, all of those mirrors focused on a heat element at the top of a tower that is, moving turbines down below. And I look at it as a good writer's room is all the people are taking that mojo, that story mojo, that juice, and sort of focusing it on, on the person who's running the room. And it's like, it's amplifying everybody there. If you have a good, well-run writer's room, nobody can really remember who came up with what.
Right.
It becomes a pure hive mind. And I'm not just saying it because I like Star Trek, but it becomes a hive mind. And there's only one writer in the room. There really is only one writer in the room, but he's the combination of, the 4 or 6 or 12 writers that are all sitting in the room, focusing their mirrors at that center point, which is just, forging the story. And it all kind of melds together, and so it's not, the 12 equals 1, 12 creates 1 writer, and that takes immense trust, and in the process, and measured generosity, and more than that, just making sure it's fun.